From the Stan Sheriff Center, K5, the home team, presents coverage of the Pepsi Rainbow Wahine Invitational. On day 2 of the 14 round-robin tournament, the Roadrunners of Cal State Bakersfield face off against the Hawaii Rainbow Wahine. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jim Leahy along with Lori Santee. Welcome to our coverage of University of Hawaii women's basketball. Tonight, the Wahine go up against a team that has a real storybook to it. It started in Division II, and this is Cal State Bakersfield. They were successful on that level. 3 years ago, they went to Division I. And this year is the first year that they are eligible to go to the NCAA tournament. They have not yet been able to get into a conference. They are an independent. But being independent or not, they play everybody anytime, and they are pretty successful at doing it. They are 9-8 on the season going into the game tonight. Last night, they defeated UNLV of the Mountain West Conference 66-63 in a hard-fought game. When you look at this team, he has assembled, the coach, Lacoste has assembled a team that I think has a lot of talent to it, and he keeps building and building.
Really does, and this is a team that made the NCAAs in Division II 6 straight times. Every year they were in Division II. He's got 8 newcomers. They're led by freshman Amber Williams and Christine Herman. They account for 54% of the offense, and I'll tell you what, they're Roadrunners for a reason. That mascot fits this team perfectly. They get up and down. Defense is secondary to what this team does on the court. Exciting team to watch. I think the other thing, too, remember that last season in Bakersfield, they beat the Wahine by 30 points, so something to prove here on the Wahine home court, and this is a bit of a grudge match here. Yeah, they
went over 100 points. They scored 105 against the Wahine that night. The Wahine, when speaking of them, they are coming off a 5-game losing streak. They were able to win last night against Columbia. And Columbia is a team that is really trying to find themselves. It's a brand new entity in the Ivy League, and they just have been slapped around all season. They lost their 11th straight game moments ago to UNLV. We'll see UNLV tomorrow night. But they were able to succeed last night and win rather decisively, scoring 70 points to only 41 for Columbia. But one thing I noticed last night was that Keisha Kanekoa, the leading scorer for the University of Hawaii, and she's been up and down in scoring all year long, she only scored 5 points last night. She's only 11 points away from being a 1,000-point award winner, if you want to put it in that vernacular. And she just doesn't, or last night didn't really appear to be in the shooting mode. Perhaps tonight, with the television cameras on, she'll do that.
Would be prime time, and as you mentioned, she'd become only the 16th player in Rainbow Wahine history to join that 1,000-point club. I think she's had an outstanding season. Last night didn't take a lot of shots, but up to that point, she has played well against all the big teams, against North Carolina, against UCLA. She's having a tremendous senior season and is really running the show. And Dana Takahara-Diaz did say, we need her to score. We don't need the assist from Keisha. We need her to score. I think the other story has been Rebecca Dew. You know, points in the paint. Rebecca Dew is averaging about 10 or 11 minutes a game. Her minutes have almost doubled here over the last 3 or 4 games. I think they need to work those bigs. I think Dew will be key tonight, maybe Bangaite, and how the Wahine use their bench is going to become critical against a team that's very deep in the Bakersfield Roadrunners.
We'll have the keys to the game when we come back. It's Bakersfield against Hawaii. Stay with us.
This K5 Sports presentation is sponsored in part by Bank of Hawaii. Hawaiian Airlines. Only one airline is Hawaiian. Kaiser Permanente. Live well, be well, and thrive. And by Heineken. Give yourself a good name.
This is an invitational tournament. 4 teams have come in, and we've seen some very good balance. Cal State, Bakersfield, UNLV, University of Hawaii, I think, can really give each other a game. The only team that really struggles is Columbia out of the Ivy League. Columbia is a team that's just getting together. It's like they just called practice about a couple of weeks ago, and they just have not been able to really put things together. But you have to, in every game, there's an effort. And they at least go out there and they don't sulk. They don't sit on the bench and put their heads down. They go out and they play. So even though Colombia has not been able to win a game in this tournament, nor a game in the entire season, they are probably in the years to come going to be reckoned with in the Ivy League. And for the University of Hawaii, they are pretty much in the same kind of circumstance with a new coach and a new team, and they have been much more successful than Columbia, and we'll see how they do tonight against Cal State Bakersfield.
A couple of things when you look at the Rainbow Wahine, win total. I think they've got a couple wins that they let slip by here early in the preseason. I mean, they went up to Portland and they had a couple games up there against University of Portland, Portland State, both pretty winnable. So I think getting over that hump of having a pretty tough season last season, 10-20, it's important in end game situations to start believing that you can win. We saw the big win over Oregon State kind of lit a fire underneath them, and then they went 5 straight. So I'm not sure the Wahine are really believing that they can win in those tight game situations. I think this tournament may have something to say about that, because I believe both these games are going to be close, both UNLV tomorrow night and, of course, Bakersfield this evening. Well,
Bakersfield and UNLV, the last 2 out-of-conference games, because starting next week, here comes the WAC marching into town, and we'll have doubleheader basketball for you next week, both women and men on the air. The women will play first, and then the men will follow. They will play on Thursday, and then they will play again on Saturday. Much more to come from the Stan Sheriff Center. So both teams have made their way onto the court, and the time now for our national anthem.
We'll ask you to please remove your hats if you're wearing them. Please welcome a 19-year-old singer-songwriter, ukulele player. In November, his band Heart and Soul released their debut album, Take It Easy. They performed in New York, Japan, across the state of Hawaii. They plan to tour Australia and France. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Chris Salvador.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare of the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the Hawaii ponoi nanai komoi kalani ali ke ali makualani e kameha mea e na kawa e pale Mikaie makualani e kameha mea e na kawa e vale Mikaie.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris.
take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. Cal State Bakersfield, 9-8 on this season. There are 4 guards in the starting lineup: Amber Williams, Christine Herman, Diana Outland, Cabrina Johnson, and the forward is Tamiko Davis. They are coached, and he is in his 10th year. This is Tim Lacose. He is 198 and 81 for the University of Hawaii. This is the way they will line up. For Hawaii, the 2 guards are Megan Tinnen. She leads the team in 3-point shots. Keisha Kanekoa, 11 points away from 1,000 in her career. Kamilah Jackson is one forward. Brianna Arbuckle is the other forward. And Shanalei Kuehu is the third forward. They are coached by Dana Takahara Diaz. Is in her 2nd year, and she is 15 and 26. The officials tonight are Kyle Bacon, Todd Apo, and Mike Ishikawa. The keys to the game are sponsored by Kaiser Permanente. Live well, be well, and thrive.
For the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners, they're an offensive wrecking crew, if you will. This is a team that puts up 75 points a game. They will get up and down the court. If they play a little defense, it's going to be tough for the Rainbow Wahine because they will definitely pour some points in. And a half-court inside game, I think, is the key for the Wahine. Kamilah Jackson, the player to watch, the phenomenal freshman, averaging a double-double. She gets the ball inside. She's almost money to score. And then I think they exploit with their height. They use Rebecca Duke, Bungaite. They try to use 6'3" and 6'4" to score inside tonight.
Series record is sponsored by Aston Hotels and Resorts. Over 62 years of Kama'aina hospitality. Cal Bakersfield leads the series 1-0, and that was the smashing of Hawaii last year.
You know, Jim, you look at this team too, Bakersfield. They've beat some teams. They beat Oregon this year. They beat San Diego State. They beat Santa Clara. So as you mentioned, you know, officially Division I in 2007, they are already beating teams that you might not expect them to beat.
This health report is sponsored by HMSA, working for a healthier Hawaii. All players on both teams have the sign to participate tonight. But again, when you look at Wilson for Hawaii, Katie Wilson, she is still not in the lineup, and yet she looks really good. Like she has come back from her injuries and she's ready to play. So that's a kind of a misnomer that everybody is healthy, because she could be healthy, but she's still not playing. You
know, we see that a lot more now that we've got, you know, the rulings, of course, have not been able to allow you to know exactly what's wrong. I think we see a lot more healthy reports than may not be true.
Arbuckle for Hawaii will tip it off. Against Tamiko Davis. And the ball goes to Ehu. Quick pass underneath to Timon. That rattles out on the entry pass that time by Kanekoa. Long rebound comes out to her. Kanekoa, the runner from the free throw line. No, Kanekoa with the rebound. Loses the ball. Whistle blows. And the foul is going to be on Sabrina Johnson. 5'9" freshman. That's her first personal, first team foul in the game. The ball will be played in by Hawaii. Shot up and in by Kanekoa. And she will go to the line, trying for the old-fashioned three-point play. Well, last night she was reticent about putting up shots. Not tonight.
Finding that trigger early. This is second shot of the ball game. Great spot, perfect footwork. And gets hit on the elbow. She'll go to the free throw line.
Kanekoa misses the free throw. That's something that Hawaii has been on the verge of being woeful at this season, shooting from the free throw line. Shot is up by Williams, and that hits. And Williams hitting again the three-pointer.
You know,
Williams has 18 three-pointers now, 69 attempts.
And she had 3 in a row last night to chase UNLV down. They were down by 16, and Kanekoa in the lane.
She goes all the way. I mean, she is really on a tear tonight in the early moments. So Outland with it. Number 21 is Herman. Good pass underneath to Outland. That doesn't go. Ball is hit around and finally comes off to Arbuckle. Kueho by the free throw line. Shot up by Tinen on the way. Three-pointer, no. Here comes Bakersfield. In the corner. That shot up from the free throw line, not good at that time by Williams. Tinen brings it back. Watched by Outland. Tinen by Outland goes to put it up. And a whistle blows.
It's a nice play by the senior Megan Tinen. Of course, known for her three-point shooting, leads this team. He missed the first three-point shot, but gets a fast break off the rebound from Arbuckle. Good crossover, moves to the left side and gets the foul. Easy call.
Tinen last night had 16 points, 5 rebounds against Columbia. Season high is 22 against Eastern Carolina. And on this season, Tinen has 5 double-doubles. So Hawaii leading 5-3. Tinen at the free throw line, and she puts it up and in. So Hawaii leading 6-3, very early going. Outland will bring it into the attacking zone for Bakersfield. Bakersfield, one of those teams, they can get down and they can come back. They were down against UNLV last night, came back to win it by 3. Shot up by Outland is not good. Hawaii will control it. Kanekoa, Tinen on the baseline. Kanekoa, when she gets into the mood, she can dominate a game. Look at this drive.
Boy, this is a tough matchup for Amber Williams. Williams only a sophomore, and Kanekoa has taken her to the rack 2 times here early. Arbuckle almost a steal. Instead, ball out of bounds, and the Roadrunners will retain possession.
Kanekoa has 6 points already. She needed 11 coming into the game to go over the 1,000-point plateau.
Must have been that motivational speech she gave her before wanting to see a record.
All the way, that shot up and in. Great drive that time by Outland. Outland from Compton, California, averaging just under 10 points a game. And she's able to show her worth on that drive. Kueho underneath. Tinen, double team. Underhand layup by Jackson doesn't go. Jackson again, that bounces out. And that pass cross court from Arbuckle goes by Jackson and out of bounds.
It was a good idea by Brianna Arbuckle. She was double teamed on the offensive board, but pass a little bit too hot to handle.
So Bakersfield back onto the attack. Johnson straight away. Gets it back from Herman. Here's Williams. William, one of those fantastic players that's everywhere. Shot in the lane is not good that time by Davis. Johnson off the back of the rim, and Kueho with the rebound, and Hawaii will bring it up court. Hawaii leading 8-5, early going. Kueho spinning into the lane, puts it up, double pump, no. And they fight for it underneath.
So the bigger guards for the Rainbow Wahine, Kueho and Tinen, even Kanekoa match up well against this Bakersfield team, and they are going to the hole off of the dribble.
Here's Bakersfield again. Shot up by Herman, no. And the rebound comes off to Tinen. Hawaii has started this game very well, but then again, so has Bakersfield. Roadrunners against the Rainbow Wahine. Through the lane, Kueho double team, muscles it up, gets it.
She has such great feel underneath and played underneath most of her high school career at Punahou. When she gets under, a great head fake, ball fake type player. You rarely see her shot blocked underneath.
Herman for 3, that goes. Herman, her first three-pointer. Herman comes into this game 30-70. She's now 31 for 71, 43% in three-point shots for Christine Herman. This is Kuehu. Kuehu last night was off too. She didn't have a great night of shooting at all.
She didn't. She had 9 assists, so she does all the little things and is a great passer, but hasn't quite ironed out that offensive part of her game quite yet.
Ball stolen away from Kanekoa at the other end of the court. That shot is up and in by Outland. So Outland with her 13th triple.
You got to get back down the floor if you're the Rainbow Wahine defensively. And this is a deep team. You'll start seeing a lot of substitutions.
Remember what?
Go ahead. Bench.
Remember what we said about Bakersfield, a team that can get behind and then come back? Well, they lead for the first time in this game. Underhand layup is not good that time by Kamilah Jackson. And the ball goes out of bounds, and Bakersfield will control it. So we'll take a break. 14:54 left to play in the first half. It's a game. 11 for Bakersfield, 10 for Hawaii. The Jack Fact is sponsored by Jack in the Box, where you can get anything on the menu any time of day. Cal State Bakersfield, student body of 8,000. It became a university in 1970. And there you see the address.
Really known for its wrestling program. National champions in wrestling every year. It's a prolific wrestling school.
Herman, top of the circle, bothered by Tinnen. This is Johnson working off Davis. Gets it to Davis over Arbuckle. No. And Tinnen with a quick rebound. Kanekoa, that ball goes right by Jackson. Kamilah picked it up late in the visionary scope that she has.
That, of course, a problem that has plagued the Wahine all season long. They had 31 turnovers last night against Columbia, a team that they beat by 25. So they've got to take care of each possession.
Outland, no. Good power rebound that time by Jackson. Jackson out of Oakland, California. That's a turnover for Hawaii. Goes to Williams. Williams, that ball stripped away from her by Kanekoa.
Well, Kanekoa doesn't bite on a little back and forth rocker move by Williams. And Williams, a nice job of stealing the rebound from Jackson. But watch this, goes back inside, and from the back, it's Kanekoa.
Set up by Herman is not good. Ball goes out of bounds. Hawaii will control it. Arbuckle will play the ball in. Pressure now in the backcourt by Bakersfield. They are roadrunners after all. Kanekoa, Tinnen. Tinnen puts it up by Davis. That doesn't go. Put up and in. That time by Jackson. So Kamilah contributes for the first time. She averages 12.8 a game, leading the team. It's a seesaw battle between Jackson and Kanekoa. But Jackson will go to the line, and Jackson is 24 of 36 from the line, 66%.
And very savvy inside, able to use the right and left hand underneath equally well. And I think that's really been the key for her. Not a big jumper. A lot of the stuff comes from underneath, but just a true scorer.
Double-double performance last night. 19 points, 15 rebounds against Columbia. Hits from the free throw line. That makes it Hawaii 13. And Bakersfield 11. Shot up, and that ball is not good from Outland. So Tinnen's been very busy around the basket. She'll bring it in to the front court. Jackson looking low, trying to get it to Kueho. Back out to Kanekoa. Kueho, not a good connection attempt that time.
Outland overplaying Kuehu. Second time, Shonalei Kuehu trying to go backdoor and pass just a little long.
Kuehu. Kanekoa from the angle. Her shot, that won't go. Long rebound comes off. That's captured by Johnson. Johnson all the way to the hoop. Puts it up over Arbuckle. And let's see. No basket. Offensive foul. That will not please head coach Tim Lacose.
But Wahine catch a break here. Didn't look like they were back, but let's take a look at it. Oh, Kanekoa, great play by the senior. She was there. Did a nice job not leaning too much. That's where you get yourself in trouble. You won't get that call. And Kanekoa.
Nikki Leon comes into the game now for Bakersfield. Nikki, 5'11" senior from Canyon Country, California, into the game for the first time. 5-second violation on Arbuckle.
I would think Takahara Diaz is going to be on fire here any minute. That's just sloppy basketball, Jim.
And last night, they had clock violations while they were on a run. Very rarely see that. Shot up and in. Boy, that zipped through the netting by Brittany McGee, also just into the game from Bakersfield, California, a local product.
It's a third three of the ball game here and 13 minutes left in this first half. So the three has been the story for the Roadrunners.
Maya Yabe into the game now for Hawaii, number 25. Tinnen stripped of the ball. It goes out of bounds. Brianna Fields also on the court now for Bakersfield. Guehu looking into Jackson. Guehu. The jumper not good from the elbow, and the ball is taken down and dribbled up court by McGee. Brittany McGee, another one of those players that can hit from the outside. If she gets hot, look out. McGee with a three-pointer. That's her 32nd of the season.
You know you're a shooter when you're coming in off the bench and hitting that three unconsciously. And McGee, that's what she's known for.
Ball stolen away from Kuehu. With it is McGee. Gets it to Williams. Her shot rims the basket. Ball is taken down by Janice Smith. Her shot is partially blocked. Ball comes off. Ayabe. Tinnen. Jackson. Ayabe, great pass to Jackson. Excellent pass. They doubled down on Ayabe, and that opened up Jackson. 17 for Bakersfield, 15 for Hawaii. Stumbling through the lane that time was McGee. Off balance, went to put it up. Does draw the foul. 11:37 left to play in the first half. They are working on Keisha Kanekoa. Whenever you attend a University of Hawaii game at the Stan Sheriff Center, you could win an upgrade from Bank of Hawaii for courtside seats. For more details on how to enter and win, visit the Stan Sheriff Center on game day.
Cal State Bakersfield currently on a 12-3 run. 4 straight threes, 2 of those by McGee off the bench. They are red hot.
The condition of Kanekoa, bloody nose.
She might have gotten popped on that inbound shot she took.
Ayabe underneath to Jackson. Jackson gets the rebound, wants to put it up. That's blocked. Blocked by Smith. That ball put up and in.
That was workmanlike. Kamilah Jackson not to be denied underneath.
Boy, she controlled everything underneath, and we are tied at 17. That pass poked away. And with it is Ayabe. Ayabe racehorses all the way down and then gives the ball up. Tinnen from the corner doesn't hit. Arbuckle with the rebound. Hawaii ferocious underneath. Maintains control, and they will set it up on the outside. Ayabe goes down. And crashing into us is Outland. Shut up, not good. Put back is good.
We got to run the court if you're the Rainbow Wahine. No way they have an easy putback on that break, and that was good effort right at the table here. Outland saving that in bounds, and her teammates rewarded on the break.
So it is 19-17. Bakersfield. Ayabe with it.
You got to get Arbuckle involved in the offense a little bit. She's got to be more aggressive with the basketball.
Miller Jackson backs in, turns, and gets it.
That was an odd play. McGee looked like she was going to drop back for the double team and then didn't. And Jackson makes her pay.
Hawaii comes back, ties it again. We are tied at 19 with 9:57 left to play in the first half. We told you at the start this would be a game. This would be a game that Hawaii has the revenge factor. They lost by 30 last year against Bakersfield on the road, and they want to come back and prove that in their own tournament they are a team of quality. That shot up by Outland is not good. Foul is on Tinnan. Tinnan's first foul. Outland 7 points, 4 rebounds against UNLV in last night's tournament game. On the season, Outland has a performance. She had 29 points against UCSB. So Santa Barbara took it on the chin.
And a good defender, has 30 steals on the season, leads the team, and you can see why.
Long pass goes to Outland. Outside to Leon. With it is McGee. McGee trying for another three-pointer. That one doesn't go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Hawaii will control it. And more pressure in the backcourt now by Bakersfield.
Lacoste loves to pressure, and he needs to use his bench to do that. His bench almost outscoring the starters over the last 3 outings. So they don't lose a whole lot when they go to their bench.
Ayabe with it from Fukuoka, Japan. Ayabe at the angle. Jackson. Jackson, they doubled down on her. Shot up by Tinnan. That's not good. Arbuckle with the rebound. Off the lane. Arbuckle backing in on Leon. Here's Ayabe. Drops it off. That ball goes up, and that goes. Haydell. Sydney Haydell. Haydell coming into the game, and she was able to handle that bounce pass underneath and then bang it off the glass for the points.
And Sydney Haydell really known for her offense more than anything. Nice bounce pass by Ayabe, and with the left hand, Haydell, a true lefty, makes it a 3-point play.
Haydell puts it in from the free throw line. Hawaii now leading 22-20 at the other end. Very quickly putting the ball up and in is Leon. So it's tied again, tied at 22. 8:43 left to play in the first half. Ayabe chased on the outside. Ayabe right down the middle, goes all the way, lays it up left-handed. What a move, what a play.
Little street play by Maya Ayabe in the air, switches hands, goes to the left. That was sweet.
And a foul call, blocking foul called on Ayabe. As trying to get the ball down deep is Outland.
Hey, Outland has a motor. She is tough defensively. She's going to come out of the game, may have turned her ankle on the play. And she has led the break and created a lot of opportunities on both ends of the floor for the Roadrunners.
Well, you can credit Ayabe because she saw the possibility open up, and she took advantage of it. From the deep corner, that shot not good by McGee. And Hawaii with it is Haydell. Haydell from Woodland Hills, California. Averages only 1.5 points a game, but she on occasion makes it count, and it is on occasion.
Yeah, she's known more as a defensive stopper.
Haydell hits the bottom of the backboard, but the ball comes off to Jackson. Her shot has nothing on it, but Jackson captures it again. Hits the bottom of the backboard again. And a foul is called.
Well, again, Kamilah Jackson losing the defense. They thought she was going to kick this rebound out, and takes an opportunity to get to the free throw line as she's fouled.
Allie Brown just in the game, another substitute called for the foul, and will fall. Hawaii leading 24-22, 7:51 left first half. The Hawaiian Airlines record book is sponsored by Hawaiian Airlines. Only one airline is Hawaiian. The 1,000 Career Points Club, Mosley, Cockett, Howard, Agee. And then, in a while, Kanekoa. Kanekoa has 995 points. She has 6 already in the first half.
See Kanekoa waiting at the scorer's table. She took a shot to the nose and had to take a moment off the court. Quickly scored 6 early. Yabe goes to the bench. Yabe did a nice job. She provides you that motor. I'll tell you what, she turns things up.
Jackson is at the line. Jackson's best performance, 22 points against Portland State. That was on the road. She has 6 double-double performances, including, as we mentioned before, last night.
You know, she really got on track as a freshman, tending to the boards. I mean, just came in and was a great rebounder right away, and then started scoring more and more. That foul was on Arbuckle over the back on the board.
So Bakersfield again on the perimeter. This is McGee, double teamed, reach in, and the ball stolen away by Kuehu. Straight away, Jackson. That ball stolen. Another turnover for Hawaii, but Kuehu gets it back. 2-on-2. Kuehu down the left lane, puts up the shot, won't go. Boy, that would have been a master shot, an endorphin shot. Here's McGee keeping it away from Kanekoa. Shot on the way, that is not good by Fields.
Where they're really spreading their Wahine out, making them respect that 3 and leaving the boards wide open underneath. A smaller team, but they are scrappy underneath.
Williams, baseline drive, no, gets her own rebound. Shortest player on the floor, puts it up the second time. That doesn't go, and Jackson is there. And the outlet goes to Kanekoa against Williams. 25-22, Hawaii leading, 6:34 in the first half. It has been interesting, to say the least. Kuehu, bounce pass. Giving the ball back out is Arbuckle, and that shot goes. And Haydell with the shot.
Haydell with the 2, and a freshman. Nice little bench output. Had the 3-point play and hits the 2 day. That's 5 points for Haydell, and a foul going to be called.
McGee trying to get down right of the lane, and she is fouled by Haydell. So Haydell will sit. Ball comes in to Fields. Straight away, McGee. Boy, that was from a long distance. Put a stamp on that one.
Yeah, she's not shy. She comes in the ballgame to pull the trigger.
That's her 3rd triple of this game.
That would be a great thing to be able to do, huh? You just get off the bench and they just say, hey, pull the trigger.
That's true. Many have that order.
Yes.
Arbuckle. Oh. Arbuckle with the jackknife shot off the lane.
Gotta see more of that, Brianna Arbuckle. So athletically talented, knifed through 2 defenders there, and beautiful bucket.
Williams with it, 5:22 left. Hawaii leading 29-25. Shot up by McGee. This one doesn't go. Long rebound comes off to Tinnen. Pass underneath. What a play on that entry pass by Kanekoa. And then right there was Jackson, and Jackson had to do it in a hurry. Perfectly timed play.
Got to look at the quick hands of Jackson. Great.
Williams was open for Bakersfield. That doesn't go. So Hawaii will bring it up. Hawaii on a 12-3 run. So Hawaii showing their mettle. Kuehu with it. At the angle. Coming up from down deep is Tinnen. Tinnen tries to put the ball up, and she gets mugged underneath. Got mugged by Brown. Hawaii leading 31-25.
At the line for Hawaii, number 10,
Tinnen at the free throw line. This gives Hawaii their biggest lead, 32-25. So Bakersfield will counter with a team transplant coming off the bench. Tinnen will get one more shot.
Bakersfield's just been cold over the last 5 minutes. They hit the barrage of threes. They have gone cold.
Herman with it. McGee around the perimeter. Outland baseline drive. Ball stolen away by Kuwehu. Goes to Tinen. Does not have the numbers. It's 1 against 4. Tinen in the corner. Kanekoa with it. Low crouching dribble. Gets it out in front. Kanekoa. The runner. No. Outland with the rebound. Bakersfield will bring it up. Outland, left hand shot doesn't go. That missed everything. And Hawaii will come back with the ball when we come back. 32-25, Hawaii leading Cal State Bakersfield. The Outlook is sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh. On December 30th, that's tomorrow, it'll be UNLV. And then on the 6th of January, New Mexico State comes in. And then Louisiana, the Lady Texters on the 8th. And on the 13th on the road against Idaho, the Vandals. That will be cold.
Yes. Of course, Wahine with a road trip under their belt, which I think is important. And they get to open the WAC season, the Western Athletic Conference season, on their home court. So those first 2 games important next week.
3:46 left. Clock ticking away. Kanekoa terminates the dribble. Kuwehu on the baseline to Jackson. Has the room and puts it in.
Unbelievable ability to score by the freshman Kamilah Jackson, the leading scorer so far.
Jackson has 14 in this first half. 14.
She's missed a couple chippies under there, Jim.
McGee for the three-pointer, no. Long rebound comes off to Kuwehu. She's on the right. Arbuckle on the left. Now Arbuckle goes down deep. She is joined down there by Jackson. Hawaii on a 15-3 run. And they lead 34-25 over Bakersfield. Kuwehu, Arbuckle in the lane, goes to put it up. It's blocked. Arbuckle goes back, grabs it again. Kuwehu. That doesn't go. Arbuckle misses the free throw and the ball comes off to Outland. Shot up, and that's good. That's an excellent shot by Herman. That's what Herman likes to do.
Herman comes in averaging 11 a game, and it's been relatively quiet here in the first half.
So that shot by Herman finally slows Hawaii down. Arbuckle with it. Arbuckle passes, and let's see, foul call. That gets the attention of Tim Lacoste.
He has been a little vocal, giving some attention to the officials. You're going to watch the pass by Arbuckle. Beautiful idea. Pass a little high, but they're going to call that on Herman.
So Herman's first personal foul, 2:23 left to play in this first half. Hawaii has played very up-tempo basketball in this first half.
I think what's happened is the guards have done a nice job of finding underneath post player and also taking people to the basket with their size. I mean, points in the paint. They got 24 points in the paint, Hawaii, in this first half. And that's what you expected. But the defense for Bakersfield was good early, Jim.
And Hawaii has used their team, as far as talent is concerned, extremely well. I mean, already Jackson has a total of 14 points. And they have fed her well. The outlet passes coming from long rebounds turned into good transition passes. And then all of a sudden, here she is underneath, positioned perfectly, Jackson. And Jackson will go to the line. So Jackson's high school, Sacred Heart Cathedral Prep in Oakland, California. Her shot not good.
They won the national championship in 2008, and this is a player who's a winner, understands what it takes to win, won all through her high school career. A great recruit for Dana Takahara Diaz.
And the good news for Jackson as far as Hawaii is concerned, she is a freshman. She now has a total of 15 points. And we still have 2:20 left to play in the first half. McGee gives it up to Outland. Here's Herman. Herman can't put up the shot on the baseline. Herman tries it again against Arbuckle, and they're going to call a foul on Arbuckle.
Boy, Arbuckle up to that point doing a nice job. I don't know if they called her with a hand check or not. Couldn't see from this angle, but for Arbuckle, it'll be her second personal. Needs to be careful here with 2 minutes left.
That's the 6th team foul. Here's Herman. Herman works off a great screen that time. Shot on the way by McGee. Oh, net. Great screen by Tamiko Davis. That opened it up for the shot by McGee. 35-29. Kuehu gets it back from Jackson. Coming up on 1:40 left to play in the first half. Kuehu over the defense. Tinnen from long way off. And that does not go. Here comes Outland to McGee. Quick pass underneath. That shot partially blocked. Excellent play by the Hawaii defense.
Kuehu's doing a nice job of running the court in this first half, not allowing those easy baskets underneath by the Roadrunners. She had the block there, Shanalei Kuehu.
Kuehu at the angle, gets it to the baseline. And another shot that is in by Kamilah Jackson.
It happens quick. Little head fake, little subtle move.
17 points in the first half. Shot up by Herman. That's a three. That keeps it close, 37-32. Herman, 2 3-pointers now and 8 points in this first half. Kanekoa. Kuehu. So Hawaii with 38 seconds left. Ball forced up on the baseline that time by Tinnen. Dabbling underneath. Here's Jackson.
You know, Jackson just knew there's nothing else she could do there but force a shot. And fortunately for her, she gets the foul call, but gets her own rebound so quickly. We've seen her time and time again rebound her own miss and put the ball back up.
Foul was on Davis. So here's Kamilah Jackson. I mean, you're going to have to look at the statistics on the amount of points in the first half. I mean, Jackson's high this year is 22. That's in a game. Here she has 18 in the first half. That's up, and that's good. She has 19 points, 30 seconds left. McGee with it. McGee runs into Kuehu. Terminates. This is Herman against Arbuckle. Crowd wanted a foul, didn't get it. Shot, misses everything. Hawaii now with a chance for a final shot here at the end of the first half. Kanekoa. Kanekoa in the lane. Loses the ball to Herman. Out in front it goes. McGee, she will lay it up and blow the layup. And down there, right behind her, was Jackson.
A big-time hustle play by Jackson because there were Roadrunners waiting to feast off of that miss.
Take another look at this, because it could become historic. There you see, ball is put up. It is not good. And then Jackson is fouled. Jackson is fouled by Janice Smith. Here's Jackson for 20 points in the first half. She gets it.
To go along with 14 boards. So Jackson
already
coming in here with the 6 double-doubles. Hit 7 here in the first half.
What a performance by Kamilah Jackson. Jackson, crowd quiets, puts up the shot. That's good. It's 21 points for Jackson in the first half. And the long shot from half court by Outland just misses. What a performance by Hawaii as a team and by Kamilah Jackson as an individual player for Hawaii. They lead at 41-32 at the break.
Big Island Candies introduces their new Ultimate Chocolate Chip Cookie. It's infinitely more than just another chocolate chip cookie. Visit them online at BigIslandCandies.com to find out more about this new tantalizing treat.
Hawaii leading 41-32, a tremendous performance by Kamilah Jackson in the first half. Jackson had a total of 21 points, 17 rebounds. That is her 7th double-double performance of the season. And we then tack on, it was all done in the first half. She still has another half to play. The best performance that she had against Portland State was 22 points. So in one half, she almost accomplished what she has done in her best game for the season. That was amazing.
Really
amazing.
You know, what's amazing about her is she's only a freshman, but when the ball goes inside, there's an expectation from Kamilah Jackson that she's going to score. And she's great with both hands. If you're a young player, you watch this player and realize how invaluable that is. If there's traffic on one side, crossover dribble, she goes up with the other hand. I thought the guards did a better job towards the end of the first half. Tinen, Kuehu, and Kanekoa of taking care of the basketball and finding people inside. I think that was critical. Most of their points really coming inside the paint. 26 of the points for the Rainbow Wahine inside the paint. Conversely, the Roadrunners lived and died by the 3 in the first half. They hit 7, so 21 of 32 points from behind the arc. When that went cold, they just struggled to score.
The question now becomes, how durable is Hawaii with a lead of 41-32 in performances that have been astounding in the first half? Can they keep this going? Because Bakersfield already over the course of this season has proven that they can come back from deficits. They did it last night against UNLV to win 66-63. That's the question. And the way that both teams have been playing, it is very exciting women's basketball.
Well, you know, the depth, Jim, of Bakersfield, too, right? That's going to start to wear you down in that. They use their bench a lot more, really, than the Wahine did. Didn't see Rebecca Dew in that first half. Would like to see her maybe in the second half, give Arbuckle a little respite. But I think that bench play will be critical in the second half as well.
Let's pause now for a news break and get you caught up with things happening around.
Good evening, everyone. We'll get you back to the Wahine game in just a minute, but first, here's a quick look at some of the stories we're working on for Hawaii News Now at 9. Community service is the punishment for a Wahine woman who stole more than $13,000 from a school for her shopping sprees. The principal of Lehua Elementary in Pearl City says Janelle Echeberry's crime caused great embarrassment for the school and left students without the resources they should have had. As a school aide, Echeberry was issued a Sam's Club charge card to make purchases such as school supplies, but bought things for herself instead, including a king-size bed, a high-definition TV, tires for her vehicle, as well as beer and poke.
I do recognize that my actions are not excused by the circumstances that I was experiencing. I admit to the wrong that has been done.
Echeberry has paid back the money she stole, but she will not have to pay any fine, which essentially means she got an interest-free loan. The judge also granted her a deferral, which means the crime will be wiped off her record if she stays out of trouble for the next 5 years. Investigators now know what caused the apartment fire in McCully last week that left a father and his young son homeless. They say the 4-year-old boy had been playing with a lighter. The fire caused $270,000 in damage. It also sent the boy's dad to the hospital for injuries he got while trying to rescue his son from their burning unit. The Obama family spent another day relaxing at the beach. The first family went to Pyramid Rock on base in Kaneohe for the second time during this vacation. They got there at around 11 this morning and stayed for a few hours. And then the president eventually left First Lady Michelle and their daughters at the beach so he could play some ball. He was joined by his golf buddies from yesterday on the court. And that is a quick look at the headlines for all of the day's news. Be sure to join us tonight at 9. But for now, enjoy the rest of the basketball game.
Welcome back to the Stan Sheriff Center in the Pepsi Rainbow Wahine Invitational. The Wahine up 41-32 against the Cal State Bakersfield Roadrunners. And take a quick look inside the numbers. The Rainbow Wahine shooting a hot 40%. They started off a little slow, but 15 of 38. They shot 54% last night, so picking up where they left off. The Roadrunners at 32%. Three-point field goals have really been the name of the game for Cal State Bakersfield. They hit 7 in that first half. The Wahine didn't hit any, 0 for 4. Free throws not a factor for Cal State Bakersfield, and Lacoste, the coach for Cal State Bakersfield, not happy about that. The Wahine, a nice job, 11 of 15 from the line. They come in at only 59%, so shooting a little better tonight than in most of their preseason games. Rebounds, decided edge, double the rebounds for the Rainbow Wahine. That's really been the story of the game, the inside play. Blocks pretty even, assists to turnovers. Wahine still 10 turnovers, at about their average of 20 a game, but they toned that down at the end of that first half. Had really handled the basketball well. Some highlights, it was Brittany McGee off the bench for the Roadrunners. McGee, the senior, hit 11 points, had 3 3-balls to really keep the Roadrunners in the ballgame in the first half. 3 of those 7 3-point shots, and 2 of them coming from Christine Herman. Herman, a starter, found her flow late in the ballgame, hit a couple of 3-balls. And that really the difference. Those 2 players in the second half are gonna have to look out for a few more threes, because that's really been the answer for Bakersfield. And it was the phenomenal play of freshman Kamilah Jackson. Jackson, 21 points, 14 rebounds in the first half. She has been unbelievable running the court. There you see the miss by Tinnen. Jackson with the putback. Everything that has gone inside, Kamilah Jackson has turned into magic. 21 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. You get the sense this is going to be a magical night for the freshman. We'll return for second half play from the Stan Sheriff Center. The Rainbow Wahine up 41-32 over Cal State Bakersfield.
Hawaii leading 41-32 as we're about ready to start the second half. The How It Works segment is sponsored by Central Pacific Bank. CPB works for you.
Keep your eye here on Kamilah Jackson, the freshman, and it's Kanekoa leading this break, and Jackson with the hand up, waving for the basketball, and it's McGee with her back to the basket, to the player. The great hands by Jackson, the great pass, the assist by Kanekoa, 2 of the 21 points for Kamilah Jackson in the first half, and that really been the story of the ballgame. Heineken, what's on tap? I think for Bakersfield, you go back to the pressure defense that you saw in the first half, and for the Rainbow Wahine, value each possession. Nothing easy for Bakersfield.
41-32. Sabrina Johnson will play the ball in for Bakersfield. Outland gives it to Herman coming up from down deep. This is Williams. Williams, the leading scorer on this team. Williams works off the pick. Outland against Tenor. Terminates the dribble, gives it to Johnson, and she drills it from far away.
Boy, Kuehu all over that, Jim. Almost looked like she got a hand on it and still made.
That was a perfect shot. Kuehu underneath, perfect pass. Underneath to Arbuckle. Reverse layup. 43-35. Hawaii picks up where they left off. Outland tried to put it up over Tinnen. Outland really never had anything on the shot. Tinnen is called for the foul. So Outland will be at the line. Outland, after her college days are over, wants to become a probation officer. She could take her charges out to the neighborhood court and said, look, let me give you something you can do to occupy your spare time.
And I tell you, if you take off running, she's definitely going to run you down.
That's right. 43-37, Hawaii. Quick pass, Kanekoa. Tinnen puts it up off the lane, all net. Great shot by Tinnen.
Tinnen struggled, was 0 for 7 from the floor in that first half, and she would like to get on track, struggling with her rhythm on the 3-point shot.
Outland tries to answer back, draws the foul against Tinnen. So now Haydell getting ready to come into the game for Tinnen. And Outland is at, as you see the replay, at the line again.
I think that was a point of emphasis from Lacoste. I mean, this is a team that was 1 of 2 in that first half. They needed to be more aggressive to the basket offensively. Create some opportunities from the charity stripe.
Second shot goes. 9 points now for Outland. 45-39. Hawaii with the lead. Kueho will bring it into the front court. Kueho all the way. Kueho lays it up and gets it.
You know, she is so subtle from coast to coast, very strong. He doesn't look like she's moving as fast as she really is. And a good finisher.
Outland brings it back. Another shot from far away. That's a three-pointer by Herman. So the game plan is to play catch-up and do it quickly at the start of the second half. 47-42. Hawaii still holding on. The 76 leaderboard is sponsored by 76 Gasoline, provided in Hawaii by locally owned Midpack Petroleum. 2010 WAC rebounding leaders, Jackson of Hawaii, leading everybody. So we resume. Still in the backcourt, but no 10-second violation in women's basketball, just a 30-second shot clock. Good pass to Jackson. Excellent assist that time by Haydel. And Jackson now with a total of 23.
It's Kuehu that's really been leading that breaking that press from the pass from Kuehu and making good decisions.
Williams spinning through the lane, puts it up left-handed and gets it. Excellent play by Williams. Here's Kuehu. 49 for Hawaii, 44 for Bakersfield. Jackson out on top. That's not where she wants to be, so she rotates down low. Kuehu gives it to her on the baseline. Here's Kuehu from the angle. It's in and out. Shot from the other side is not good. And bringing the ball up is Williams. Williams gets by the free throw line, can't penetrate from there. Pass underneath to Herman, misses everything. And a rebound by Jackson.
Bakersfield doing a good job of spreading the Wahine out defensively. We've got some good cutters towards the basket. But it's the three ball, I think, that will be the defining shot in this game.
Foul called. Foul, I believe, is called on Jana Smith. Smith's second personal foul. And more changes. I mean, it's like going through a turnstile on that Bakersfield bench.
So technical on Smith.
Jana must have said something derogatory.
A few choice words. I don't think we've seen a player tech this season. That's our first.
Kyle.
Usually credited to the coaching staff. Kanekoa now is 7.
8. So 3 from reaching the 1,000 point plateau in her career with 16 minutes and 51 seconds left in the game in which to do so. Arbuckle, spinning move, no. Rebound, Arbuckle, spinning move, no. Finally it goes to Jackson, gets it off the glass. That's controlling the boards. No argument there.
And two different styles of play. You saw Arbuckle airborne and Jackson using the body to get space and using the glass to get the basket.
53-44, Hawaii. Outland finally gives the ball up to Williams. Baseline drive. And that shot is good by Johnson.
Okoye, who can't believe it. Nice job forcing her baseline. It looked like she may have gotten a hand on it, but I'll tell you what, credit the shooter here keeps control of her body in the air, and Sabrina Johnson will go to the free throw line and try for a three-point play.
First personal foul on the Kuehu.
Bakersfield not going away, Jim.
No, and that's what we said. Bakersfield is one of those teams that just is relentless in the catch-up mode. Kuehu in the backcourt. And Hawaii will be battling more and more pressure as this game goes along. Here's Jackson. She has been astonishing in her play in the game so far. Loses the ball, another turnover for Hawaii. Here's Johnson, gets in the lane. Back out it goes. McGee, no, ball danced out. And another rebound for Jackson. Kuehu with it. Kuehu goes all the way, gets double teamed, but puts up the shot, and it goes.
Rashanale Kuehu has been distributing the basketball here early in the second half, but this time she sees a little crease and takes advantage.
55-47. Hawaii 15:35 left, and you get the impression that we're just really beginning. The helpful assist is sponsored by Ace Hardware Hawaii. Ace, the helpful place.
Take a look at Ayabe. He's going to draw both defenders. Nice little touch, bounce pass inside, and who else? Kamilah Jackson, the recipient of the Ace Hardware helpful assist.
There's the Hawaii edition of pick and roll. Here's Kuehu at the free throw line. 55-47. Crowd really quiet. It's a real home field advantage, as if they're taking a final exam. 56-47. All the way to the hoop, and a fine block by Kuehu that time as Outland tried to lay it in. Kuehu brings it back. Haydell back to Kuehu. Double teamed out on top. That's Jackson. Hawaii will try it again. Haydell. That left-hander will not settle in. Put up and in by Jackson.
Well, she gets so deep underneath to the baseline, you don't think she's in a position to rebound. But she uses that body so well, Jimmy.
She has 27 points. McGee tries to answer back. Not there. Rebound again by Jackson. And Jackson has 19 rebounds already, the double-double. Shot up by Kuehu. The fall away, not good. Ball put up by Haydell. That's not good. It was short. But Hawaii leading 58-47, their biggest lead. Here comes Bakersfield. Outland gets it back from Johnson. Outland puts up the three.
That was almost matter of fact. Outland looked like she was going to pass, took a step, drilled a three, the 10th of the night, 10 of 20.
For Bakersfield, she has two, speaking of Outland. Another turnover. Bringing the ball up, it's Williams. Williams against Kanekoa. That's not good. And fighting for the rebound that time was Johnson and Kuehu. So Tinnen will come back in. She'll come in for Kuehu.
A needed rest for Kuehu. We talked about her coming off of the knee injury, her second one in her career. And she looks pretty close to getting full speed as she's been leading the break.
Williams, deep three, deep three.
And just to give you a sense, Jim, they came in here with 333 three-point attempts. Wahine came in 158 three-point attempts. So this is a short team, if you will, no post presence. So they drain the three ball.
Williams with 8 points now, 2 threes. Tinnen tries to answer back, doesn't do it.
We call a foul on Arbuckle.
On Arbuckle, said that she was clearing space. So that is the third personal foul on Arbuckle. Still 13 minutes and 15 seconds left. Hawaii has not used a lot of players.
Not a lot of rest for Jackson and Arbuckle especially. We saw Yabe in a little bit. We've seen Haydel in.
Only 7 players have been used. Williams, blocked from behind. It goes to Kanekoa. Flies up the court. Kanekoa underneath. Reverse layup. Not good by Arbuckle. Trying for the rebound. But that comes off to McGee. Long pass to Williams. Williams with position, and she is fouled by Kanekoa.
Williams learned from the last play as Kanekoa with a big block on Williams, but not this time. There's a great one-handed pass by McGee. I'll tell you, that's a touchdown throw. McGee full court, and we'll watch the last possession. That was Kanekoa with the block on Williams. Well, this time Williams gets to the free throw line.
Amber Williams, her shot, that's in. She had her best performance, 23 on the year against Dayton. That was on the 22nd of December. And she had 18 against UNLV last night. She has 10 double-digit scoring games. And with this shot, she now has 11. So here comes Bakersfield, and they trail now by only 3. Moments ago, they were down by 12. Arbuckle underneath. Tinnen loses the ball, ripped away by McGee. Bakersfield, the Roadrunners, beep, beep. Underneath, up, and not good. McGee has it again. Puts it up, not good. Put up, not good that time by Brown. And Hawaii finally comes away with the rebound. But an 8-0 run now by Bakersfield. And the Roadrunner is loose in the desert.
And you've got both Kuehu and Kanekoa on the bench.
That ball just thrown away by Ayabe. Big advantage. Put up and in. Good left-handed layup by Leon. So now it's 58-57. Hawaii needs to take some time out. They got to talk about this. Their lead is gone. Their lead has disappeared to the slimmest of margins.
And it came
58-57.
And it came on a fast break, Jimmy. It didn't come off the 3 ball. It was defense turned into offense. He had a couple turnovers. See one right there, and off to the races is McGee. And a couple easy layups put Bakersfield right back in this. Now this is a team that was down 16 last night against UNLV. Came back to win it by 3. So no stranger to having to play catch up.
So a team that we saw, this is their personality, even though they get down, even though you might start to count them out. Don't be too soon in your analysis, because here they are breathing down Hawaii's neck.
Coming out of this timeout will be the original starting 5 for the Wahines. Kanekoa and Kuehu back into the ball game, along with Tinnen, Jackson, and Arbuckle.
Kanekoa and Kuehu. Arbuckle to Kuehu. Her shot, she needs it, she gets it. Good 2-pointer by Kuehu. Gives a little breathing room to Hawaii. They lead at 60-57. Kuehu now with 9 points. Underneath the Williams. Her banker doesn't go. Rebound does. Put up by Brown. Olive Brown. 60-59. Hawaii with that 1-point lead again. Shot up by Kanekoa. That doesn't crawl in. Ball comes off to Bakersfield. Back out to Williams. Underneath the Brown. And it's now 61-60, and Bakersfield leads.
Boy, that a great pass from Fields, number 25, inside. The easy deuce, and finding some rhythm offensively.
Kanekoa with it on the outside, and now the momentum really has changed. They get it underneath. Again to Jackson. Jackson steals the lead back. And Hawaii leads it 62-61. Is there anything that Jackson cannot do tonight? It is one of those nights for Kamilah Jackson. We'll take this time out. Much more basketball to come. Coming up at the end of this game, a player from each team will be selected as the most outstanding. The most outstanding player award, sponsored by Bank of Hawaii. Well, just an amazing performance tonight. It's the performance of the year. Kamilah Jackson now with 29 points, double-double performance. She has still 29. Du has come into the game. Shot up by Kuehu doesn't drop. And here comes Bakersfield again. With it is McGee. All the way, lays it up. That goes. And a foul called.
Boy, on the other side, I mean, we've seen Jackson's stellar performance. McGee hasn't had a bad night herself. Brittany McGee, number 23 for Bakersfield. She's got 13 and 7.
Shot is not good by McGee. Du able to knock the ball across the court to Jackson. And Hawaii will bring it up. Kanekoa. Kuehu looking for Tinnen. Kanekoa at the angle, three-point territory. Du at the low post. Du against Brown. Du's pass knocked away, but it goes to Tinnen. Tinnen double teamed from the baseline, loses the ball. Another turnover. Here comes McGee. Ahead it goes to Leon. Her shot doesn't drop. Kuehu comes back. 1-on-2. Kuehu all the way and gets it.
Boy, not really contested by Bakersfield. Kuehu looking to pass.
Stolen away by Kanekoa. She gets the point. And it's 65-64 Bakersfield. So Hawaii still very much in it. They are not going to give up without a fight here. They're not going to walk neatly into the Manoa night. Williams off the lane. Quick shot. That does not go. And Tinnen with the rebound. Then Hawaii will bring it up. Single digits now on the time clock. 9:04 left. With it is Kuehu. She has played better as this game has gone along. Gets it from Tinnen. Checks off Du. Loses the ball. Tries to get it back. Foul called. That's going to be on field.
Backtrack here. Boy, that wasn't difficult. Kanekoa standing right there. Just picks that pass off and goes up for an easy two. Kanekoa now 1 point shy of 1,000. Kuehu's going to take a rest. She looks tired.
Tinnen gets the ball in. Ayabe now joins Kanekoa in the backcourt. Tinnen's pass stolen away easily by Fields. Cross court, Outland too strong. Du punches the ball out, but it goes to Bakersfield. Here's Fields. Outland against Jackson. Jackson cuts her off. The ball comes off to Tinnen. Turnover. Kanekoa now 1 point away from 1,000 points. Kanekoa, is this it? No, partially blocked. Kanekoa may do it from the free throw line. She'll get two.
So the guards for the Wahine turning it up. You've got Ayabe, Tinnen, and Kanekoa. And Rebecca Du keeping a lot of balls alive inside as well. She hasn't come down with a lot of boards, but has done a nice job of keeping balls alive for other Wahine.
1,000 points? You got it. Keisha Kanekoa is the 6th Rainbow Wahine to score 1,000 points in her basketball career at the University of Hawaii. Make it 1,001. I said 6th. I misspoke. It's the 16th. Shot up by Herman. That's not good. They have not got the production from Herman that they usually get. Pass, Ayabe underneath Kanekoa.
That's just a great shot by Kanekoa. That ball was dying on the pass, and she went to meet it with the reverse layup.
Outland to Herman. Outland gets it back. She tries to penetrate, then throws up the shot and gets it. Good, quick, left-handed shot. A lot of authority on that. Hawaii leading 70-65 with 7:31 left. The lead has gone back and forth. Du gives it up for Kanekoa. Du down low. Kanekoa gets it back from Arbuckle. Here's Arbuckle in the lane. Ayabe, short, whistle blows underneath.
They call blue 50, I believe. It's a foul now.
That's on Brown. 7:03 left to play in the game. 1-1 bonus situation. When we come back, Hawaii leading by 5. (70-65) Hawaii. Kamilah Jackson now with 29 points and 21 rebounds. So here is Tinnen. 71-65 Hawaii by 6. 7:03 left. All the information you need about UH Athletics is right at your fingertips. Go to hawaiiathletics.com. Williams with the ball at Cal State Bakersfield. Williams against Ayabe. Long shot, and finally hitting is Herman. Herman from San Ramon, California. 72-68. Tinnen. Walk. Another turnover for Hawaii.
Hawaii doing a nice job of handling that pressure. Used Du as the target in the center of the court, but couldn't finish.
Herman again finally gives the ball up to Williams. Williams and Herman, outstanding three-point shooters. Along with McGee. Underneath, and a great block underneath that time. Shot up by Herman is short. Herman chases the ball to the side.
But it's the block of the night by Bat. They so fondly call Arbuckle. Watch this as she's flying around like Batman, if you will. Slaps that ball almost to the center court. Chasing the three shot, though. They do a great job, Bakersfield, of always having somebody in position to shoot that three. You've got to have gas enough to get out there and defend it, Jim.
That ball goes out of bounds off of Williams. Another turnover for Bakersfield. They have a total of 9. Hawaii has 17. And Hawaii had 31 turnovers last night. 6:03 left. Hawaii still holding on. They've lost the lead here in the second half once. They've regained it. Arbuckle, another turnover. That's turnover number 18. With it is Williams. Williams to Outland. Her shot too strong. That's put up by Davis. That's not good. And we look to the arrow. It will go Hawaii's way.
Well, that was a Kamilah Jackson somehow in a crowd of 3 blue shirts came down with that board. Rebounding advantage huge. 51 for the Rainbow Wahine, 31 for Bakersfield, as you would expect, a taller Wahine team.
Here comes Kanekoa. Kanekoa to the hoop. And we'll have another jump ball, and it'll go the other way. So Kanekoa, a little too, shall we say, overexertive on that shot. Here's Williams, 72-68. Hawaii needs a stop here. Williams to Davis. This is the kind of shot that Williams likes, although the pass was way off to Herman. Herman coming across trying to get into position.
You got to ask yourself where McGee is, Jim. Almost a turnover. Kanekoa retains possession.
Kanekoa again down the middle. It won't crawl in. Does she draw the foul? Apparently she does. That could be against McGee. Or is it? It's against Williams.
Yeah, McGee's still sitting on the bench getting a rest with 5 minutes left. And she, of course, the big three-point shooter on the night.
More points for Kanekoa. She has 15. 5:08 left. Jackson on the floor for the final run here as they make the turn toward home. Here's Herman. Williams is open for the three, and the long rebound comes off. And that comes off to Johnson, and she walked.
Credit Maya Ayabe. Ayabe, nice job of jumping in to defend, and it just caused a hesitation by Williams and a turnover.
Now McGee comes back on to the floor. So more changes for Bakersfield. Williams remains in the game, along with Herman. 4:40 left. So Hawaii trying to hang around at the end and win it. Kanekoa down the middle. That ball, they called the foul.
Boy, Lacoste not happy. Tim Lacoste, the Bakersfield coach. That's the third time that Kanekoa has penetrated. The first time she lost the ball in a possession. Second time she got to the free throw line, and this time she'll get there again, but pretty controversial call right there.
So that's the third personal foul on Williams. And Kanekoa is at the line. One of 16 now. She's joined the club. More than 1,000 points in her Rainbow Wahine career.
An elite club it is, and for the Wahine, 21 of 26. That really the difference in the game so far from the free throw line.
76-68. 18 points now for Kanekoa. Kuehu back in the game. Double low post. With it is Williams. Stops, pops, hits. 76-70. Williams with 12 points. Here comes Hawaii. Jackson has come out high. Every pass, every shot carries extreme importance now. Turn around, Arbuckle. Fighting for the rebound. Coming up with it is Jackson. Jackson is fouled. Jackson is fouled by Davis. Jackson is still down.
Jackson taking a little bit of a rest down there, and a well-deserved rest. That's her 23rd rebound to go along with 29 points.
Jim Leahy along with Lori Santi, courtside at the stand. Sheriff Center, 76 for Hawaii, 70 for Cal State. Bakersfield. Last year, Cal State Bakersfield won by 30 points. I mean, they just embarrassed Hawaii on the road. Hawaii trying to hold on for the victory here. Hawaii comes in to this game tonight, 5-6. Cal State Bakersfield 9-8. Shot up for her 30th point. Yes. That is amazing. 30 points. I would have stopped the game and given her a trophy.
Well, you know, last night against Columbia, she only missed a shot all night. She was 7 of 7 from the floor, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. I mean, she's just been unconscious.
31 points, 23 rebounds for Kamilah Jackson. McGee blows the layup. McGee did everything right. She was able to penetrate, spin away from the defense, put the shot up, and didn't have enough to get it over the rim. 78-70. Hawaii leading, 3:41 left. Kuehu against McGee in the backcourt. Ayabe against Williams. Kanekoa gets it back to midcourt to Kuehu. 3:25 left, and the clock merrily ticking away for Hawaii. Almost thrown out of bounds at that time by Arbuckle.
They call it travel.
And the travel on the shot.
That offensive possession never really evolved into anything good. It results in a turnover.
Shot up and in by Williams. (78-72), 2:57 left. Hawaii's got to hold it together. Kanekoa's pass to Arbuckle, another turnover. Kanekoa's pass at this time on the clock, ill-advised. That shot goes up in almost into the band or into the front row. Arbuckle was able to block it on that attempt, that time by Herman.
So Arbuckle got it back on the other end as she gets a block on that side of the court.
Jackson has set a freshman record, or at least tied it. Judy Mosley had a 30-point game in 1987.
It's not bad company.
No, not at all. Mosley, the all-time scorer.
Mosley with 30 and Jackson with 31.
Herman all the way, went by Arbuckle. It is 78-74, 2:35. So Hawaii cannot make any ill-conceived offensive threats here. They've got to play very sound basketball. Kanekoa penetrating, getting the ball back. There's Jackson, double team. Jackson, a turnover. That ball goes to Herman, to Williams. The shot is taken out of the air, but a whistle blows.
Boy, a late whistle. Looked like the contact was made. I didn't think there was going to be a call, but they called a push, and Williams will get to the free throw line. And tough turn of events here. You're going to take a look at Williams and Kanekoa in your screen. Williams initiating that contact. Tough call there, but Williams nevertheless gets to the free throw line. And the plot thickens here as Bakersfield down 4.
78-74. Bakersfield, the kind of a catch-up team because of the shooters that they have. Perfect timing. 2:08 left, and they're down by 4.
When they're attacking the basket, not shooting the three as much, and they're going uncontested in for layups underneath. So you got to step up if you're a Hawaii post player and play a little defense inside the paint. And conversely, every time Jackson is getting the basketball on the baseline, the double team is coming. She's going to have to make a quicker decision and get rid of the basketball when the double team comes.
.208 left. Hawaii has led for 90% of this game. And yet, it counts at the end. Williams will be at the line. Williams at the free throw line is a 60% shooter. Shot up, no. That hurts Bakersfield. Second shot. That's not good. Arbuckle with the rebound. And Hawaii with the clock on their side. Coming up inside of 2 minutes. 78-74. Kanekoa, looping pass. Kuehu gives it to Arbuckle. 11 seconds on the must-shoot clock. Kuehu needs that one. Doesn't get it. Rebound comes off, however, to Tinnen. And then back out to Kanekoa.
A huge rebound right there by Megan Tinnen, the senior. Biggest board of the night.
Inside to Jackson. Kamilah Jackson wants to hook it up. That's blocked. The ball goes out of bounds. Hawaii will still control it with 1 minute and 28 seconds left.
And 17 left on the shot clock.
Kuehu will play the ball in. Fighting for possession to get it into Kanekoa. Kanekoa backing in against Williams. Puts up the shot. It goes! 1:19 left. Pressure now on Bakersfield. They've got to shoot quickly. Shot up by Williams, blows the layup. Ball comes off to Jackson. Another rebound to Kanekoa. And she is fouled by Herman with 1:06 left to play in the game.
Boy, tough couple plays down the court for Williams, and just couldn't convert on either one of those. And again, a 45-second possession on the other side. The rebound by Tenen was huge, and a clock in the Wahine favor as Kanekoa goes to the free throw line.
31 points, 24 rebounds now for Jackson. Kanekoa will go to the line. Kanekoa with 20 points in this game, make it 21.
And those came rather quietly. And a lot of second half points as Kanekoa, I believe, was 6 in that first half.
Second shot goes. 82-74, an 8-point lead with 1:05 left. Credit the home team. McGee, she's got to put it up. Gets it to Herman. Herman's got to hurry. A three, no. Jackson again with another rebound. Just astonishing basketball tonight for Jackson. 41 seconds left. Boy, he's no doubt going to win this game now. Kueho with it. She is fouled from behind by Herman.
Well, I thought Shauna Kueho played very well as well, especially in that transition, that pressure offense, that press breaker. She is so good at making good decisions, and Kueho will go to the free throw line. She's got 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, leads the team in that category tonight.
36 seconds left, 82-74. Hawaii will improve their record now to 6-6 with UNLV on the horizon tomorrow night. Cal State Bakersfield will be even at 9-9. But a Hawaii team that still turns it over much too much. 22 turnovers tonight. But they are in a celebratory mood because of the way they hung on and the way they played and the individual performances that will be talked about over the next 24 hours before the next game, and maybe even more than that, especially when you consider Jackson, 31 points and 25 rebounds. I mean, that is just huge in the playing of this game.
And they've also been outstanding as a team on the boards. Obviously, Jackson taking care of most of them, but they had over 50 rebounds last night. And good things happen when you're rebounding the basketball as they are.
There is a chance for the all-time, for the record of rebounds in the game, and that's 26. And she has 25, speaking of Jackson. Hawaii in the second half, by the way, as you look at the Kueho shooting at the free throw line, is 15 of 17 in free throws. So they've really improved in that department. Second shot doesn't go, so 15 of 18. McGee, long pass over the head and through the hands of Herman. 31.2 seconds left, and Hawaii leading 82-74. Arbuckle overthrows Kueho, but there's no defender there. Kueho drives all the way, puts it up, won't go. She is fouled. She will be fouled by Davis.
You know, I think that's been a big key also for Kanekoa's success just all season long, is that pressure release of having Kueho in the backcourt with her. Sort of allows her to have a little more help up and down the basketball court.
Davis, that's her 5th personal foul. She did not score in this game, and she is now disqualified. At the line is Kueho. Kueho with 11 points, make it 12. Shot up by Kueho is good, 84-74. So Hawaii played a very outstanding game. Runner through the lane by Williams. That bounces out, goes to Tenen. Tenen has been around everywhere tonight. She's been very ubiquitous. 8 seconds left. And Bakersfield will concede. Hawaii wins it 84-74, a tremendous game. And in this game, they had pieces of action that were worthy of note and worthy of memory, especially the performance tonight of Jackson. So Kamilah Jackson scores 31 points, has 25 rebounds, one short of the all-time rebound record. And at the same time, here is Kanekoa playing her usually Kanekoa-like offense. She ends up with 22 points, and she had a night in which she celebrates becoming one of 16 that have scored 1,000 points in her basketball career at the University of Hawaii.
Ain't even done yet. So tonight,
well, her teammates give her a standing ovation tonight on passing the 1,000-point mark in her college career. Her family now has shown up, and they have started to celebrate what she has done over the course of her career here at the University of Hawaii. Congratulations to Keisha Kanekoa. So now her teammates will come out and they will honor her more still. And she deserves it. She really does. Kanekoa she was not really active in shooting last night. And in looking at the game last night, I was thinking, well, why is she not shooting? Why is she kind of holding back? And I said, well, maybe she wants to set it on television, which is
saved it for television.
Thank you, Keisha. Save it for television. Then you have a videotape of it that you went over 1,000 points. Tonight, when the game started, she was a whirling dervish.
She really was. She took the first 2 shots of the game, then got hit in the nose, and we weren't sure if she was going to return. And
yes.
She has just had an outstanding career and is having an outstanding season. And of course, it's nice to get your 1,000th point in a win. The Rainbow Wahine, of course, victorious over Cal State Bakersfield tonight.
Let's take a look at the most outstanding players from Cal State Bakersfield. Brittany McGee. And for Hawaii, outstanding, of course, was Kamilah Jackson. Jackson with 31 points, 25 rebounds. I mean, that's more than outstanding basketball player. And the way she played tonight is really worthy of memory, that's for sure. Bank of Hawaii is the sponsor for the most outstanding player. The Red Star Moment is sponsored by Heineken. Give yourself a good name. This is an assist coming up by Kanekoa. She gets the ball down low to Jackson, and Jackson is able to add to her performance tonight, which was memorable indeed. The Rainbow Wahine Invitational concludes tomorrow night right here at the Stan Sheriff Center. Join me and Laurie Santee for an exciting, action-packed Hawaii women's basketball game as they host the Lady Rebels of UNLV. Tip-off is slated for tomorrow night at 7 right here on K5, the home team. For Laurie Santee and the K5 Sports crew, this is Jim Leahy. Thanks for watching, everybody. This has been another exclusive sports presentation of K5, the home team. Happy New Year.